Okay, so I literally just recorded a video not long ago called John 3:16, and my video had to end kind of abruptly because my son needed something. So I was assisting him with all of that, and he said something to me, and we got on the subject of church and why we go and all of that, and then he said something and it spoke to me. He made a reference from the Hoppers movie, and I'm trying to remember word for word what he said, but he said something in the lines of, it's hard to stay mad when you know you're part of something bigger. And I think like the pretend beaver in that movie said something like that. I don't know if it was word for word or not, because I don't remember fully about the movie and what was said. But as soon as he said that, that spoke to me. And I felt blessed in that moment because what's that saying, out of the mouths of babes? Like, my son is not like little anymore, but he's still a minor. And for him to make a reference like that and say something in the scheme of it all, it blessed me. But it's right. It's true, because it just made me think of where he and I were talking about how when you are in the presence of God, you can't stay in your feelings. You can't stay mad. You can't stay frustrated. You can't stay like your emotions check out. Like when you enter the presence of God and his glory is so strong and surrounds you, all you can think about in that moment is him and the love that you feel, the comfort that he gives you, the peace that surrounds you, the peace that he gives you. Like, there is no way to think about anything else. Literally, there is no way to think about anything else. Like, your frustrations of this everyday life and struggle are gone. Your feeling angry over something, feeling unjustified, or feeling, offended or hurt, or whatever your feelings have you in that moment, literally disappears. Like, you cannot be in the presence of God and dwell on what's going on wrong in your life. It's just not possible. And that further makes me think about how Jesus tells us to not focus on the things that are left or right of us, but to stay focused and keep our eyes on him. And that's why. Because yes, we are humans. Yes, we are in this flesh because we're on this earth. But even though we are allowed to experience the emotions because we are human, we're not to stay there. We're not to let those feelings take us captive. We are not to be held in bondage over something that's temporary, that's not going to last. He tells us to not stay focused and not look to the left or the right or be distracted and stay distracted, but to keep our eyes on the prize, which is him. And part of the reason for that is that you literally have your mindset transformed when you stay focused on him. He doesn't want us to stay distracted. He doesn't want us to stay caught up in our emotions. And the reason is because we can't have a completely sober mind, if you will. Keep our mind focused on how he can communicate with us, to stay focused on the mission that he has given us here, our assignment here. If we're so caught up in everything else, if we're so caught up in how that person made us mad because that person disrespected us or offended us in some way, or something didn't work out how you felt like it should have, or you didn't get that promotion at work, or your car died, or this or that. Yes, those things happen. Yes, we are allowed to get angry. Yes, we're allowed to get emotional, but we're not to stay there. We are part of something bigger. We are part of a huge body of Christ that we may not be able to see and hear and be a part of every day. But there are many, many believers who believe as strongly as we do that we cannot see, but we are a part of. And that's why prayer and communication and such is so important. Fellowship is so important. So I had to get back on here and I had to record what like I just felt was this like instant like attention grabber moment where it was like don't get so caught up. And it's so true. It's so true. So if anyone else needed this message, you're welcome. But it blessed me, so I hope it blesses you, and I hope that it helps if anyone else just needed that gentle reminder that needed to know that they are not alone, even if they feel like it or physically like it seems like it, you're not alone. You have other people who are willing to hear you out, let you get your frustrations out, give you a talk, remind you that Jesus is very much still here, very much alive, very much listening, very much waiting on you to just reach out. He wants to hear everything. He wants to be closer to you than your best friend is. So keep that in mind. You are not alone. Jesus is alive. Jesus is King. Have a good day. God bless you.